This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now let's get comfortable with the Sonarqube website, the one which you see on front of you. Now, projects here, if you see, and left side, it's filters. Basically, it's a filters. Filter based on the quality gate, reliability score, security, and many other parameters. Now, in reality, you won't have only one projects. You will have hundreds of projects because remember that I told you this particular tool is very useful for managing the enterprises, each project's quality, code quality, and test quality. So everyone, whether it's a small team, big team, individual, will come to this place and have the report stored at hand get going. So here, yes, you will have all this thing. In fact, you can create some project manually also. Right now, I'm not doing it because I want to show you in this one in separate session because we have few integrations is available. How do you want to create a project using what source code? So you can take the source code directly from the GitHub or Bitbucket or Azure and GitLab also. But right now, I'm not doing it. This I did manually. So I'll show you in the next session. So what is the next tab? Here you see issues. Mind it here. This here you have issues for the project. But here you find issues for entire project, which is listed at Sonarqube. Now, left side, if you see, there is a rich list of filters are available. Okay, filters based on the type, based on the severity, scope, resolution, status, security category, and all blah blah blah. So you can, filter it. Here you have all issues, all filters, my issues. You have it. Let's say if I assign myself to this ticket and I go to my issues, I have one ticket, one issues with my name, and how much time I'm going to spend, 30 minutes. So like that you have the great filter in already in place. I don't think so you need any help in order to select the filters because you understand the moment you see this. Okay, so open, confirmed, reopen, resolve, close, and also like. Okay, so these are the filters. Now next tab is very important. Here, now recall the discussions which I made it, and that is this one. See here, static code review. These are the tools which I showed you, so many tools here. You can go and check some of the tools I want to show you, so get comfortable with it, and that is go to the Java. So this is check style, is one of the free tool actually, free tool for static code analysis. Now this tool will do the checking the best practices in the Java coding. Okay, find bugs will help you to find the bugs. We have a PMD also for checking the several languages and stuff like that. CPD check, including so many tools are there. I mean, more than 300, 400 tools you have in static code analysis. What tool you need, what tool you don't need it. That call will be done by developers based on the parameter of checks. So now I was talking about the rules. So here, if you see that rules means what is the rules? So here I said we write a code to review the code, that we call it rules, multiple rules. We put it in a tool, and that is called static code analysis tool. So here, these are the tools. Look at this here. How many rules you have? So if you look at this list, see here. So these are the rules we have, which we have got in the community editions free of cost. Free of cost. Okay, Java, how many rule? 626 rule. C sharp, how many rules? 400 rules. These are the open source rule. Sonarqube have embedded in this free rules actually. Few more rules you have here. So different language. Now we'll say developers, because I was talking about the developers, right? You wanted to see. So what will happen in a developer edition? You see here. In developer edition, these are the new supports are there, which you won't find this here. Okay, so what you can do when you have a developer edition, so here you will see those list of rules like this for these languages. Are you understanding?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that's the only difference here. You will find those rules there, but here you are not able to find it because of it's a community edition. Now this is an additional feature you get it, which is not available in the community edition. That means Sonarqube will do the scanning based on the pull request also. So pull request you understand in the GitHub or any other tools?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that is an additional feature which we have. And apart from the some security rules, they have it, security check and all. So that is also. So here analysis of feature and maintenance branch also. Feature branch means in Git you have multiple branches. So that can be done through developer edition. But here, if you know manually, you can do all the thing through Jenkins also. Okay, anyways, so coming back to the points here, these are the rules here. Okay, which is a collection. So now developer can decide which rules they want, which rules they don't want. So right now altogether we have 2788 rules. You can filter by languages, you can filter the by type, what type of rules you have. I want the rules to be seen, bugs, vulnerability, postman, hotspot. So you have a vulnerability 150 rules you have free, security hotspot 348. Now you think you said ops rule, right? Correct now? So ops rules, many of these ops rules you can get it here free of cost. Okay. Okay. And here you have a tags, filter by tag, filter by repository. So these are the repository from where you have taken a rule. So rules basically is coming from the tool, and this tool itself we call it a repository. Okay. So if you look at it very carefully, this all repository belong to Sonarqube only. Okay. So if you want to install some other rules, I'll teach you that. I'll show you that. And here status, category, available since, and template and quality profile. All this thing slowly I'll get you done. What is a quality profile and all I need to cover that. So these are the rules. Now, can you please tell me how many rules you have for the Java?
Sorry, so 626.
626, correct? Now let's say I want more rules. So these rules which you get it, which is from the Sonarqube, but I want more rules actually. How do we get it? So which rule you want, you have to decide first. So let's say I have decided some of the free open source rule, for example, check style. So I'll go and check, do we have a rules plugins available for me, for it or not? So there is one website, Sonarqube plugins. Okay, and this site where is this one, sonarplugins.com. So right now this is the growing platform. Okay, so right now 157 plugins is there. Actually, it's growing. Last time, I think it was little less actually. So 157. Let's search for check style is there or not. Check style. So plugin means external features which you're adding, external capability which you're adding. So I see it has it. So what do we do? So I'm going to install it as Sonarqube. Let me do that. Let me show you how can you install plugins. So I need a 626. Go to the administration. Mind it, there is many ways to install the plugin. Many ways. I usually what I do, I just download the jar file and put it up in the extension folder, which is I showed you last time here, and restart the Sonarqube. That's all I do. But if you don't like that, manually you can do like come to the administrations, come to the marketplace, and these are the comparison between this developer, enterprise, and data center. And below you can see plugins. By the way, you can request for free trial, but I have requested so many times so far, they are not giving that trial. Okay, most of the time what they do, when you request for the trial, they will send you an invitation, I guess, one email meeting invitation, and someone will understand your business requirement, and then they will show you. So that is a challenge what we have. So here installation of plugins, I understand the risk. Now these are the plugins which is available. So which one you want? Let me filter it because I don't want to install all plugins. I want to install the plugins which is having rules. So these are the plugins available. That means these are the rules which you can install. You see the PMD is here and deck tick is here. Find bugs is here. Check style. These are all the open source. It's easy to create integrations. So check styles. So can we install through UI? Here I'm installing check style. Check style is a Java based rule. Remember that. It's for the maintainability. So I install this, restart the server, web restart. Just wait for few minutes. Okay, so now let me refresh this page. Restart, refresh. The new version of Sonarqube is consuming little more time for reload it. So that's my observation. Completely. Restart. Yes. So what is the username? I think admin and admin123. Now, what was the number of rules which we had earlier? Java rules?
624, I guess.
26, right? And you see here now the rules. Let me refresh. See here. 811. So what you did, install the more rules, Java based rules. Now, which rules? So go to the repository here and see that these all are repository from the Sonarqube. But here, this is a check style Java. 185 rules I just now added. So here, Sonarqube is a place where you have a rules, is a platform where you have a database of rules. This different kind of rules, security rules, maintainability rules, bugs related rules, any different kind of rules. By the way, if you're using Sonarqube for your enterprises, you might have to buy the rules also. These are the rules which is I'm installing open source, but in the market also there are so many rules are available which you can buy. Are you understanding?
Yes. I have a
So
question.
Ops is a one initiative where people are writing the rules for free also and for commercial also, paid also. Yeah, tell me.
You can disable a rule?
Yes, no. Wait. Yeah. You don't need to disable these rules actually. I said this place you have a collection database of rules, but not you are using all the rules. You are not using these rules at all. So what you are using, I need to discuss actually. So now Sonarqube is a place where your company can store all the rules for checking the code quality. This is the place. You can install as many you want it. Make sense? So now
Yes.
when you say I need a developer, so they will give you these rules free of cost. That's all. This language supports are there and they'll give you these rules. That's the difference. Now the next question which I'm having in my mind, am I using all the rules for the code analysis? The one which I did just now here, am I using all the rules? No, actually no, you are not using all the rules. Then what you are using? So you are using the only rules which you need for your project. How do you define? And that we define through quality profiles. Yes, please read this. Quality profile is nothing but a collections of rules which you apply on the analysis. So actually, whatever the analysis you did, actually, you were not running all the rules which you saw here. You run the rules which you have in the quality profile. So what Sonarqube has done it, for each language in the community, they support, I think, 24 languages, if I'm not wrong. So all these languages, they have created one profile and named with a Sonarqube only. Yes, you see here. For C++, C Sharp, CSS, and all these languages, they created one profile. I'll go for the Java, and here is a Sonarqube and one profile. It's a built-in, it's a default. That means any project which you run, that project is not having any other profile inbuilt. That means it's a this profile. So profile means what? Profile, quality profile means what? Quality profile means it's a profile which has a collections of rules. How many rules do you have in this? 478. When it was updated one hour ago. Updated means I set up the Sonarqube 1 hour ago, right? And used how many times ago? 37 minutes ago. So if you see that, go and read. Now start reading the logs actually. This all lines you have to read it properly to become expert in Sonarqube. And if you go somewhere here, I'm just showing you. See, what is the quality profile? Java, Sonarqube. So this is the rule. This is the quality profile has been used. So now this is the built-in default. Now the question is, can I create my own custom profile? Because I need certain rules to apply on my source code. So can I create it, my profile, and apply it to that project? Yes, you can do that. How? Let me show you. Create a profile, and this profile I'm going to name it the DevOps School. So this profile will be having the rules, collections of rules, and only for the project which is called DevOps School. And which language? So you can select the Java language, and parent none, and this is also leave it as of now as it is, because you don't know what is check style. So no need to know also. This is the option and create. Now if you see that I created a profile called DevOps School. It has a 0 rules of bugs, vulnerability, code smell, and security hotspots. And projects, there is no projects. What to do? So activate the rule one by one. Do you want this rule? Okay, Java bugs, multi-threading, total Java rules you have 811, and then this is the rules. So do you want this one? Activate it. But you know, like this, you will have to do. In reality, you have to do one by one. But I don't have the patience. So I'll go to the bulk changes, activate everything, every Java rules in DevOps School, and apply. Blindly I did that. But you know, one meeting will happen in your team between the developers group, and they will say what rules they want, what rules they don't want, and accordingly they will create a profile for their own projects. And I created DevOps quality profiles. Go to the Java, and here I created. By the way, this rule is not attached to any project. So can I do that? So go to this, and here change the project for Nokia X. I have only one project. Close this. So now this profile will active for Nokia X. Go to the quality profile, and here this profile you can make it default also. See here. Okay, you can default also. You can copy also. You can extend more rules. You can add more rules also. You can rename also. You can delete also. All these things you can do that. Activate more rules also. So yeah, these are the things you can do that. And refresh this, and here you have one project. It was Muse never. So now after applying this quality profile, when you run, then this time the quality profile should be using that my one DevOps tool. So first thing what you have to do, you have to create a quality profile. Then what you have to do, add a rules which you need it. Then third, assign the project and then run it. It will be done. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, but I have a question once you finish.
Yes. Tell me.
Yeah, let's say for this new Java profile we created. Let's say at this moment I decided I want to remove some rules or disable, not remove. Can we go there? Yeah, go there, please. Because I didn't saw any option to disable.
Yes. Click on this and go up. Click on this. These are the total rules you have for DevOps school. And deactivate.
Deactivate. Okay.
So whichever the rules
And,
you don't want.
Can we change the severity for specific profile?
Yes. Yeah. So here you can see here. You can change this here. Bulk changes. I added one by one. No, you can do all this thing. You can create your own profile and deactivate in what? So select this one, deactivate in DevOps school. So I deactivated one rule. Zero rules will change, and here. So like that you can do that.
And for severity, it's the right icon, right? I want to change the severity level, make them minor all, for example.
Yes. This you should not change actually. Why you should not change? Because this is what to say, is embedded in the code itself. That code, the one is the rules, they only decide this is the minor issues for this rule. This rule is minor, it's not a major. But when you have issues from that, then you can decide control. See, rules is a code. It's a code. If you want to change the code, that is a different thing. You want to change the code, then it's a different thing. But for changing the code, you need to know how this rule has been written in Java. You need to know Java and all this stuff. So basically what you are saying, can I write my own rule and something like that? So you need to know the language Java and other programming languages. Make sense?
Yeah, but if I want to create my own rule, I can create it through this Sonarqube environment or what?
Yes, you can create your own rule. Let me show you. Just Sonarqube custom rules. Okay, so if you know the programming language, so you can write your own code and you can write your own rules actually. So this is for, let's say, Java, and these are the class file you can extend, and these are the variables you have to specify, and so on. So coding you have to do, basically, in short, coding you have to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything is code. Remember, that's the reason I said code. This is you're writing a code to what? Review the code. That we call it a rule. When you code, you compile the code, it will become a class file that you and put it in jar file. That's called a rule. Okay. So coming back to the
just one point. When I said about the severity, because it's not realistic to go to the project result and check one by one. When you go back to the project scan result. Okay, let's say I have okay, let's say I will not go for 40. Let's say if I have thousands of code smells, it's not realistic to go and change the severity from major to minor for one by one.
So in that case, you modify the quality profile. Don't do this.
Yes, this is it. Yes, this is it. If I go to the quality profile, now it's showing a. Okay, go. Can you go down for our profile?
Yeah.
Okay, let us go for the rules.
This one?
Yes. So here there should be a way to change it. Yeah, here if you go to this icon, we can change it to. Here it's showing blocker, I guess, or major. Yeah, here I need to change it for this specific project. I don't want it to be critical, for example. Let's say I'm scanning only for a specific security, and all others I want them to be minor. Here it's showing major.
That's what I said. Understand this. Major.
If you click on major, what will happen?
Nothing.
So how can I change it from major to minor?
Okay, wait. Here, this is something what you can see here. This is the rules. Okay, this is the rules, and this rules itself has classifications. For this rule has been written for which language? What kind of rule is that? This is a security rule or bug rule or maintainability rule, or this rule, whether it's a major, minor, or what exactly, this is set at the code level also. So you have to decide whether you want this rule or not. That is the thing. So you cannot.
Let's say I cannot overwrite it, because I want this rule. But for a specific project, I don't want to be sure, because let's say I'm doing statistics. If they will see a lot of major, the management will get mad. But Anna, for me, for this specific test I am doing, this dot equals rule is not major for me, it's minor. So I need to report it, but I want it to be minor.
Okay, so here in the rules, you cannot change here. But if the issue has come because of that rule, so now here you can review which rule that you want to create a minor or major. So let's say you right now that rule has not created. Let's say this rule has created and this problem, and then if you say that you want to make it this as a minor or major, you can do that. So issues you can change this. Rules.
Yeah, that's the point. But the problem is if you have a lot of issues, you need to pass by them.
So in that case, what you do, filter by rules, the rules which you are having the issues with, and then whatever the issue, select that bulk change and do the bulk change and do say here it's a minor, and you can do that.
Yes, it will be applied for this project only. Yeah.
Yes, for this project one. It depends on your filter. You can apply this. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So cancel. Now go to the quality profiles. Yes. So this is the quality profile. You have a quality built-in profile, default profile. You can create your own profile, define your own rules, and use it. And now I have already run that project. And can I show you that? See here, quality profile. Okay, quality profile for Java DevOps. Now, next window which we have here is quality gates. So what is a quality gates? So let's say I'm a release manager. I'm putting a context, okay? I'm a release manager or maybe very senior developer. Sorry. So I'm tired, I'm tired of telling all the developers to write a quality code and do the scan, but none of the developers are following my guidelines. I'm tired actually. I'm sending an email so many times. I'm having meetings and people are listening but not responding, not doing the things. What to do? That is where the quality gate will help you and your projects. So what is the quality gate? So quality gate, basically you are setting the parameter and informing your project and developers saying that, hey, if you give me more than 10% of duplicate code, then I'm not going to take this for the building purpose, because build will happen, then test will happen, then only release will happen, right? But I'm not going to build that code. It's a waste code for me. I'm not going to accept code. You complete the functionality, but I'm not going to take it up. If you give me more than 10% of duplicate code, or if you give me more than let's say code smell, I'm having right now too many because I added the more rules. So 40 through code smells, more than 10 code smells I'm not going to take, more than 1 bugs I'm not going to take, more than 0 vulnerabilities I'm not going to take. So how do I set this rule? I'm not going to remind you each and every time in the meeting or through email. So you can use a quality gates. It's like a gate. You fulfill the criteria, allow it, that code to pass through the build and test. If you don't fulfill the criteria rules, then we will not allow. So now if you see that here, every time when I was running the project, it was passed all the time. It was coming past. So what to do? Why it was coming past? Because of quality gate, which is a Sonarqube. Name of the gate is Sonarqube. It has a certain rules, and actually this is having so relaxed rule. So every time it was passing, it was intentionally it was created like this. But I'm not going to use it default. I'm going to create my own gates. So let me create my own gates. You can copy it also, but I'm going to create from scratch DevOps tool and save it. Now this gate I am creating for the my project. Now what is the project? What permissions? All these things you can put it up. Right now let me first add a conditions. Conditions, project, permission. So let me add the first condition. What conditions? On a new code or overall? As of now, because I'm not modifying the code on, and then doing the stuff. So overall code. What? So duplicate percentage. Here duplicate lines. What is allowed? 10%. I'm not going to take more than that. Next condition. Overall. What? Bug. I'm not going, because I was not having any bugs actually. So I'm not going to take any code which has a more than 0 bug. I'm not going to take any code, your code, if your security vulnerability, right? Vulnerability more than 0 means not even 1 I'm allowing. So these are the issues I'm setting up for myself. Okay, and then apply to the project, which is this one. What is it? No case. And now very strict rule. I applied it, and here run that. I'm not modify the code. Running this. So executions will pass, but the gate should fade, because I know that that project has a certain rules, conditions to adhere. And is done. Okay, is done. Execution success. And now can I go to the Sonarqube, refresh, see failed. Now I want to know why it got failed. So one condition failed, duplicate code line more than 10%. Here you see here, duplicate line is greater than 10%. 0 bugs not failed because the bugs anyways it was not there. So now it's failed. So this is the way now this code will not be used for any other work if it is failed. Fail means condition is not matched for the build and release. So like that. Understood all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the quality profile. So what we have understood so far, we have understood what is Sonarqube, then why do we need it, architecture of Sonarqube, how to install it, then how to configure the scanner and source code and all, how to run it, how to look at the website, projects, issues, rules, quality profiles, quality gates, and so on. Next sessions will focus on some of the administration's topic, and also we have a Gradle, we have a Maven, we have a manually creating a projects options, we have a database related, hosting the database in the PostgreSQL or something like that. Okay, any questions so far?
No, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay, then see you tomorrow, and I'll share the recordings through the WhatsApp. Please download it as well. Okay.
Yes. What about the notes and
I'll share everything else.
okay.